Polygons. How to count or draw the total number of diagonals in any polygon. So a diagonal, by definition, is a line that we draw from one vertice to another non-adjacent vertice. Non-adjacent means not beside. So if we look at our three-sided triangle, each of my vertices is adjacent to the one next to it. So in a triangle, we have 0 diagonals. But when we move to a quadrilateral, here's my vertice. I can draw a diagonal from this vertice to that vertice. So there's 1. Then I can go to another corner and repeat. So in our quadrilateral, we'll be able to draw 2 diagonals. If we move to a shape with more sides, like a pentagon, we pick a vertice. Here's my vertice. I'm going to draw a diagonal to a non-adjacent. But look, I could draw another diagonal there. So I could draw 2 diagonals from each vertice. Once I get to the third vertice, you're going to notice there's already 1 diagonal drawn. And when I add the second one, we now have what looks like 2 diagonals coming from every vertice. But in reality, I drew 2 green ones, 2 orange ones, but then only 1 for a total of 5 diagonals. So as we move to a shape with more sides, like a hexagon or octagon, the number of diagonals is increasing. Let's look at one vertice in the hexagon. I can draw 1, 2, 3 diagonals from this vertice. I could do the same thing from each other vertice. So I'm going to pause here and introduce you to the formula that we're going to use so that we don't have to draw so many lines. Let's look at the formula. N always refers to the number of sides. In the brackets, I write n, number of sides, minus 3. And that's because in any polygon, we can always draw 3 less diagonals than we have number of sides. So if we look at the hexagon, and we let our n is 6, in the brackets, we're going to have 6 minus 3. And when I get that answer, I'm going to divide by 2. 6 minus 3 is 3. 6 times 3 is 18. And now I'm ready to divide by 2. So there are actually 9 diagonals in my hexagon. Let's look at it again, where n is going to be 8 times 8 minus 3. I'm going to divide that by 2. So it's going to be 8 times 5 in the numerator. My divided by 2 is still there. This gives me 40 divided by 2, and this equals 20 diagonals. So